श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की। आज श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास का सप्तम दिवस है।
So today is the 7th day of the Purushottam month, and we all are listening from Padma Puran, the glories of the Purushottam month, and we are going to listen to the 7th chapter today. Since quite a few chapters, King Yudhishthir and his 4 brothers and Mother Draupadi, who were in exile, then Lord Shri Krishna meets them in the deep forest. And during this exile, Lord Shri Krishna is sharing this pastime with them. And since quite few chapters, Lord Shri Krishna is revealing this pastime under the glories of Purushottam. We all are listening in this Katha. So first and foremost, Lord Krishna describes the Pandavas, that why did they have to suffer so much obstacles and distresses, because they have rejected the Purushottam month. And what should they do? Lord Shri Krishna himself reveals that we should follow this Purushottam month. And then in Lord Shri Krishna himself in these chapters starts telling about Draupadi, that how Draupadi's last birth was as the daughter of a great sage, and her father died, and she was too much distressed and saddened by her father's death, and she met Durvasa Rishi, and he counseled her about the glories of this Purushottam month, but she dejected them. And instead, she dishonored the month, and Durvasa Muni left. And so far we have heard that this daughter of the sage performed great austerity for Lord Shiva and made him satisfied. And he asked for a benediction. And as we heard yesterday, that she asked husband 5 times, and the Lord Shiva agreed to the same. Therefore, she got the benediction to have 5 husbands, which she didn't find appropriate. She prayed to Lord Shiva with great effort, and he said that as you have performed so much austerity, therefore you will not get these 5 husbands in this birth, but in your upcoming birth you will have 5 husbands. And this kind of benediction occurs whatever. It so happened because she had disrespected the Purushottam month. And by saying thus, Lord Shiva left too. And the 6th chapter got concluded yesterday. So today we will start from the 7th chapter. When Lord Shiva gave the benediction to this girl and left, then because of Lord Shiva's speech, she was distressed. She was drowning in the ocean of misery. She was filled with distress, anxiety, and she used to roam in the forest. And very soon she left her body. And as soon as she left the body, immediately she got the next birth. So we need to understand a philosophical point here that when someone dies after death, what will be their position? So, as for example, this girl, as soon as she died, she got the next human body, but it's not suitable or happens with everyone. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, if we have got this human life to perform devotional service, to perform pious deeds, and after getting such a beautiful, valuable human life, and we don't practice devotional service, and rather we commit sins, we don't follow the principles mentioned in the Vedic scriptures and the Lord, then we will they will go to hell, that is the lower planetary systems. So a sinner goes to the hellish planets, and those who perform piety and another devotional service towards the Lord, and they develop the love towards the Godhead, then such a devotee attains the eternal abode of the Lord and reaches the Lord. But our question is that people like us who don't commit sins but who don't perform devotional service also not very well, who are lying in between. So those who are stuck in between or in the middle path. So we follow the regulatory principles and we try to avoid sin. And if someone asks that, are you a pure exalted devotee? That is also not true. So a sinner goes to the hell and a devotee goes to the eternal abode of the Lord. But what about those who haven't completed their unaligned devotional service towards the Lord? Then in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna tells Arjuna that if a devotee performs devotional service and it's still incomplete, even if someone speaks Mahamantra or listen to the pastimes once, their devotional service starts, but it's not complete. So such people, when they die, after that, they will immediately get a human body. So if we don't get to attain our devotional service fully, then also it's not a loss, but because still we are far ahead of the people of the world. Just let me know, when Jatayu saw that Sitaji was kidnapped by Ravana, Jatayu failed when he was fighting with Ravana to stop him abducting from Mother Sita. But he got such a beautiful opportunity that he died in the arms of Lord Ram and he was cremated by the Lord himself. Although he failed, he couldn't save Mother Sita, he was defeated by Ravana, yet he got the uh, he got the opportunity which even great sages can't achieve. But if we are trying, and even if it's not completely fulfilled, then we need not to worry. A sinner goes to hell who and falls into the trap of repeated cycle of birth and death of 84 lakh species, and the devotee goes to the abode of the Lord. But But a human who is performing devotional service or is trying to perform devotional service gets a human body. The Lord gives them an opportunity. He'll not only become a human, but he will be born in such a family where there is piety, there is devotional service, and wealth. So, in such a family where they don't have to struggle too much to get money or to sustain themselves. So, they will find an appropriate atmosphere to perform devotional service because he has already performed devotional service. So, the Lord gives them another opportunity. So, they are born in a family of a devotee and wealthy, affluent family so that he can fulfill his devotional service, and by fulfilling that, completing that, he can attain the abode of the Lord. So I need to say that all those who are unfulfilled, whose devotional service is unfulfilled, they will be born in the family of such. Our Guru Maharaj used to say that devotees should beget more children because those who have incomplete devotional service, they all are waiting to get an opportunity to come in the pipe in the pious home of such devotees.
वो भ्रष्ट योगी अपनी भक्ति को परिपूर्ण कर सके.
The devotees should have 10 to 12 kids so that all can get an opportunity to complete their bhakti or devotional service. So this daughter of the sage also has not done any sin, but she has somehow offended Purushottamans. But she has performed some devotional service, and immediately she got a human body after her first life. And where did she became, or she came in her next birth? At the same moment when she left her body as the daughter of a sage, at the same time, Maharaj Drupad, the king of Panchal, who was angry on Dronacharya, and because of that angst towards Dronacharya, and to avenge himself, he was performing a great fire sacrifice. So it's mentioned in the second line, Yajo Viprabhyam. So by great brahmanas or scholars, he was performing a homa or fire sacrifice, and with pure mantras they were venerating the sacrifice. So on one hand, this girl left her body, and on the other hand, here this fire sacrifice was being performed where she came as a daughter. So this girl, or daughter of the sage, she appeared from the fire sacrifice of King Drupad, and she was addressed as the daughter of Drupad. And as she was the daughter of Drupad, that is why immediately she was addressed as Draupadi. And how was she? She was filled with all the opulences of a moon. So this girl appeared as Draupadi in her next birth. The sages named her as she was dusky skinned, therefore she was addressed as or named as Krishna, and she started chanting the name of the Lord, and she became an exalted devotee of the Lord. But still she has to face the benediction or curse by Lord Shiva, because he has said that this will not work in this, but definitely in your next life. So Drupadji arranged for a marriage ceremony for his daughter, and at that time, these Pandavas came to the assembly of King Drupad, and there, although there were so many kings whose pride was broken, they crushed their ego, and with his eyes closed, he pierced the eye of a fish and won Draupadi by Arjuna. So, although Arjuna had won Draupadi,
शाकभाजी लाए थे, टमाटर आलू लाए थे,
so then they came to their mother and said that, see what we have bought. So, have they bought some vegetables? That they asked. So, and she was busy, so they said repeatedly that, see what we have seen. And she said that whatever you have bought, you can divide amongst yourselves.
का कोई दोष नहीं है.
So this is not the error or mistake of Kunti, but it is the distress of Draupadi because of the benediction of Lord Shiva. Kunti ji just became an instrument to deliver it. So she said that you can distribute amongst yourself. So it's beautifully later described that how in this month this will be considered husband, so and in other month others, so and so forth. So all this pastime is being shared by Krishna. And Krishna spoke here something very important, that you all face so much violence and criminality. And one day Draupadi was tried to disrobe in the assembly of Kauravas. So do you remember? So Pandavas replied, yes. So when she was being disrobed, and she remembered me, but still I didn't came to save her, protect her. Although she called me repeatedly, I didn't came. Although he came later on, but he didn't came on the perfect timing. So we give so many reasons that why he didn't come on time. But here we got a new reasoning by Lord himself. Lord himself admits to Draupadi that you were being disrobed, yet I didn't came. You know why I didn't came? Let me show you this verse. Krishna replied,
चोपेक्षिता राजन पुरुषोत्तम हेलनाथ यदाशेपे प्रवृत्तो सा वंशुकस्य प्रीतात्मज. जब दुशासन द्रौपदी के वस्त्र को खींच रहा
when
था,
Dushasan was trying to disrobe Draupadi, at that time I didn't came to protect Draupadi. That's what Krishna admits. And why he didn't came? The reply is here in this verse. He says, oh, dear king, Maya cho pekshita. This Draupadi has disrespected me. So she is your devotee. How can she disrespect you? She said that not in this birth, but in her previous life. And therefore, I didn't came to save her.
पुरुषोत्तम.
So how did she disrespected Lord Krishna? So in her previous birth, she has disrespected, dishonored the Purushottam month. And me and this Purushottam month are non-different. So because of this, I didn't came to protect Draupadi. I was aware that she was facing this turbulence in her life, but I didn't came because she has disrespected Purushottam month. Then Pandavas reply, that you didn't came. But we saw that the cloth came. He said, I didn't came, but I sent the incarnation, my incarnation as a cloth. Although I didn't want it to come, but I took the incarnation of cloth because she has venerated me very well. And what was that prayer? Lord Krishna himself sings. We should sing it on a daily basis.
ये श्लोक बोला,
So by listening to Draupadi's this verse, whatever offense she has done, I forgot about this, and I send my incarnation as cloth.
माता न बंधु सहजो न नेता सख्यो न जामी न च भागिनेय नैष्ट सुहृदवर गतनूज वर्ग नैष्ट सुहृदवर गतनूज वर्ग तस्मात् ऋषिके शत्वमेव रक्षः। बोले ये श्लोक जब द्रौपदी बोली,
So when she spoke this verse, I forgot her offense towards me and the Purushottam. So the offense towards the Lord can be removed by singing the glories of the Lord's name. So Draupadi says, Oh Lord Krishna, to protect me, my mother is incapable of doing the same. Even my mother cannot save me today, nor my brothers can save me, nor the society, nor the friends can save me, nor my sister can save me, nor my nephews can save me. All my well-wishers cannot save me, nor my husband can save me. Therefore, O Rishikesh, Tvamev Raksha, you should protect me. So this is her surrender to the Lord. She had forgotten about the shelter or protection by anyone. She has fully taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. So when she fully surrendered herself, I forgot. Then Krishna says that because seeing your surrender, I forgot the offense that you did, and therefore I came to protect you as a cloth. But in essence, she had offended the Purushottam month. Therefore, you all had to face distress, and Draupadi had to face so much turbulence in her life. So Pandava says that whatever happened has happened, but now what shall we do? Lord Shri Krishna says,
वन में रहोगे और
if
इस
you
वन
stay here in this forest,
पुरुषोत्तम मास आएगा
and the Purushottam month will be coming. So during that time,
यथा यम मत प्रियो मास पुरुषोत्तम मास मेरा परम प्रिय महीना है
and this is my favorite month of all,
तथे में द्वादशापि न पुरुषोत्तम मास की बराबरी द्वादश
and
12 महीने मिलकर
it is incomparable to other 12 months.
कर सकते हैं
They all combined cannot compare to this month.
सेवियो पुरुषोत्तम मास सदा
And this Purushottam month is venerated by the demigods
पुरुषोत्तम मास
themselves.
की पूजा करते हैं, सेवा करते
They
हैं,
always venerate and
जब
serve this
देवता पुरुषोत्तम
Purushottam.
मास की सेवा
When
भक्ति
demigods
करते हैं
serve and
तो
perform devotional
देवता
service in this
प्रमुख
month,
बने, तो
then
मनुष्य
what
क्यों भक्ति नहीं
about the
करेगा?
humans? Why
जब
will they
मनुष्य को
not
पुरुषोत्तम
perform
मास की
another
भक्ति
devotional
करते
service
हैं?
towards the Lord in this month?
तो हे पांडवों, इस पुरुषोत्तम महीने में मेरी खूब भक्ति करो,
So,
मेरा
O
प्रेम
Pandavas, you
वर्णन
should
करो, मेरे नाम का
perform
उच्चारण, मेरी कथा, मेरे
pure
नाम
loving
का
devotional service
विस्तृत
towards
पाठ
me
करो, जिससे तुम बहुत जल्द इन
so
दुखों से
that
मुक्त हो जाओगे।
you could be relieved of
युधिष्ठिर
all
महाराज
these
ने कृष्ण
turbulences
से
and
पूछा
distresses.
कि इस
Yudhishthir Maharaj
पुरुषोत्तम मास
asked
में और कुछ
Lord
करने
Krishna,
लायक,
so what
हमें तो बहुत
shall
अच्छा लगा,
we
और
do
कुछ कर सकते हैं?
in this
भगवान ने कहा
Purushottam?
नहीं,
Then Lord said,
एक
no,
और मात्र एक मेरी भक्ति
only
करो,
and only you need to
जितना
perform
मेरी भक्ति करने
my
वाला
pure
मुझे
devotional
जितना
service,
प्रिय
because
है,
a person who
उतना होम
performs
हवन
devotional
तप
service is the
ध्यान
most
ज्ञान कर्म
my
कांड
most
मुझे
favorite.
प्रिय नहीं है,
I
जितना
don't
मेरी
like
भक्ति करने वाला मुझे प्रिय है।
austerity, charity that much
कृष्ण ने
as
बहुत
I
बड़ा फटका
love a
लगाया।
devotee or the
कृष्ण
practitioners of
कहते हैं
devotional
न
service.
प्रिया
And
मुझसे, न प्रिया
Krishna
तथा
says,
लक्ष्मी, मुझे मेरी पत्नी लक्ष्मी उतनी प्रिय नहीं है।
I don't love my wife
प्रिय नहीं
Lakshmi
भी
that
हो तो
much.
ऐसा बोल बोल सकता है कोई आदमी? मान लो पत्नी प्रिय न हो, फिर भी
Even
सामने से
if
कोई
they don't love
ताकत है
the
बोलने
wife,
की मेरी
does a
पत्नी
man
मुझे प्रिय
has
नहीं है?
this
फिर
strength to
आपको
say that
भोजन नहीं
my
मिलेगा
wife
शादी
is
का,
not
है?
my beloved?
लेकिन भगवान श्री
He'll
कृष्ण ने
not
क्या
get
कह दिया?
meal at
न
night.
प्रिया में
So,
तथा लक्ष्मी,
but
अर्थात
here
मेरी
Krishna
भक्ति करने
announces
वाला मुझे
that
जितना प्रिय है,
a
उतनी मुझे लक्ष्मी भी
devotee
प्रिय नहीं
is
है।
far more
इसका
beloved
अर्थ
than
क्या बनेगा?
even the goddess of
कि
fortune,
लक्ष्मी
Lakshmi,
में से
my own
यदि
wife.
भक्ति को निकाल दे, लक्ष्मी जी भी
So,
तो कृष्ण की भक्त है ना,
because
भगवान
Lakshmi
कृष्ण की
ji
भक्त है,
is a devotee
लक्ष्मी जी
of
में से
Lord
भक्ति को
Krishna,
निकाल
Vishnu.
दिया जाए
So, if
तो
we
भगवान
remove
कहते
the
हैं वो
devotional
लक्ष्मी
service
भी
from
प्रिय नहीं
Lakshmi,
है,
then he won't
है?
even like
सो
Lakshmi
न
ji,
प्रिया
or he
में
will not
तथा
even love
लक्ष्मी,
Lakshmi ji.
बिना भक्ति के मुझे न,
Dev-
मेरी पत्नी होकर भी लक्ष्मी मुझे प्रिय नहीं है।
devoid
यदि
of
मैं
devotional
भक्ति
service, even
हठायुध,
my own
यदि
wife
मेरी
won't be
सेवा
my
मेरी
beloved
भक्ति न करे, तो
if
फल
they
धारण करने
don't
वाला
perform
बलराम मेरा भाई है,
devotional service. Then,
फिर भी वो
although
मुझे प्रिय नहीं
Balram
है,
is my
यदि वो
brother,
भक्ति
still
न
he
करे।
won't be my dear if he
न
doesn't
माता देवकी
performs
देवी, मेरी
devotional
माँ है
service.
देवकी, लेकिन
My
यदि वो भक्ति
Devaki
न
is
करे,
my mother,
सेवा
but
न
if
करे,
she
तो
doesn't
वो भी
serves
प्रिय
me
नहीं है।
or perform devotional service, then
एक
she
ऐसा
also won't be
प्रिय,
my beloved.
मेरी पहली पत्नी का बेटा प्रद्युम्न
My
भी, मेरा बेटा भी मुझे उतना प्रिय
wife's
नहीं है जितना
son,
मेरी भक्ति करने वाला
my
कृष्ण है।
elder son
साथ में
Pradyumna
मेरा
is,
मंत्री भी मुझे उतना प्रिय नहीं
or nor
जितना
my
मेरी भक्ति
minister
करने वाला
are my
कृष्ण है।
beloved
न
as I
अनिरुद्ध,
love my
मुझे
devotee.
मेरा बेटा अनिरुद्ध भी इतना प्रिय नहीं है
I don't
जितना
love
मेरी
my
भक्ति करने वाला
son
प्रिय है।
Anirudh that
सुपुत्र,
much, as much
जब
as I
मेरे
love
सामने, वो भी
my
मुझे उतना प्रिय
devotee.
नहीं है जितना मेरी भक्ति करने वाला प्रिय है। मतलब भगवान ये सबके स्क्रू टाइट कर रहे हैं कि लक्ष्मी जी भक्ति को कंटिन्यू रखना, बलराम जी ये सब लोग सेवा में रहना,
So Krishna is saying that you all
लेकिन मैं
should
आप
serve
सभी
me,
को इसलिए प्रेम करता हूं
and
क्योंकि आप
I
मेरी
love
भक्ति
you
करते
all
हो।
because you perform devotional service towards
मुझे
me.
यहाँ से एक सिद्धांत मिला,
So
कल मैंने इस श्लोक
I
पर
got
बहुत चिंतन
a
किया,
philosophical point. I
थोड़ा सा
contemplated on this
समझने का
verse.
प्रयास कीजिएगा।
So
कल
please
क्या
try
था?
to understand as well.
जैसे
Sometimes,
भगवान कहते हैं ना कि लक्ष्मी
as
जी
Lord says,
24 घंटा मेरे साथ रहती हैं, लेकिन
that
न
Lakshmi ji
प्रिया
resides with
तथा
me
लक्ष्मी, लेकिन
24
लक्ष्मी मुझे
hours,
प्रिय नहीं यदि वो भक्ति न
but
करे।
she is not beloved
मेरे साथ
if she
रहती है
doesn't
क्या?
performs unalloyed
बड़े बड़े
devotional
लोग
service
होते
towards
हैं,
me, although she
बड़े
resides
बड़े
with me.
सन्यासी,
Sometimes
बड़े
we
बड़े
think that
महाराज,
great,
अरे
great
भगवान
sages
के
and
आजू
saints
बाजू में रहने वाले कितने
and
सौभाग्यशाली हैं,
people who reside near
मुझ
them
पर
are
भगवान
very
की,
fortunate.
गुरु की कितनी
They
कृपा
get an
रही होगी।
opportunity to serve the
इस
Lord,
श्लोक से ये
the
समझ में
spiritual
आता है
master. But
कि
with
निकट
this verse, we
रहना ही
can
महत्वपूर्ण
understand
नहीं है।
to stay near is
आप
not
किसी
that
महान व्यक्ति
important.
के निकट रहते हो ये उतना महत्वपूर्ण
If
नहीं है।
you
उस
reside
महान
near to
व्यक्ति
a
को
great personality is
कितनी
not that
सेवा
important.
करो ये
But how
महत्वपूर्ण
much
है।
you serve them, that is far more
24
important.
वर्णों में रहने वाली
So
लक्ष्मी
if
यदि
you
मेरे निकट है
reside
तो मुझे
24
वो प्रिय
hours
नहीं है,
with Lakshmi
उससे
ji, but
कोटि
still
गुना
she
अधिक
is
मेरी
not
भक्ति करने
favorable or
वाली है।
beloved of the Lord as the Lord
तो
loves a
जितना
devotee.
शरीर से निकट हो ये उतना अधिक
So,
महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है।
so the more
आप
we are near to the
गुरुओं
body
के
is not
आदेश
that
का पालन कितना
important,
करते हो
but how much are we
कि वो
following
कितनी
their word
सेवा कितनी
how much we are serving them is far more important.
तो यहाँ पर कह दिया सुपर्ण गरुड़ भी उतना प्रिय नहीं है। अरे मुझे
And
मेरा
here he says,
चक्र भी उतना प्रिय नहीं है
I don't,
जितना
my
मेरे डिवोटी मुझे
discus
प्रिय है। न मैं चतुर्भुज, मुझे मेरी
is also
चतुर्भुजा भी
not
उतनी प्रिय नहीं
that
है जितना मेरे डिवोटी मुझे प्रिय है।
beloved
ताम
or lovable as, nor my forearms.
बहुत सुंदर कहते हैं यथा वे
Further,
मया
he adds,
भक्ता। यथा माने जितना मेरे भक्त मुझे प्रिय है,
Yatha means
तादृक्
how
मे
much
नास्ति किंचन, उतना मुझे कोई प्रिय नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है।
a devotee is far, far
त्रिषु
more
लोकेषु इस
loved
तीनों
by
लोकों
me
में
than all these. In
भक्त
all the three
तुल्यम
worlds,
न विद्यते।
there is no one
तीनों लोकों
compared
में कृष्ण कहते हैं
to my
भक्तों की
devotee.
बराबरी कर सके
Krishna himself
ऐसा
says that
कोई नहीं
there
है।
is no one who can compare themselves to my devotee.
कृष्ण की दृष्टि में सबसे
He is
श्रेष्ठ,
incomparable.
सबसे महान
So, in
कृष्ण
Krishna's perspective,
है।
the greatest of all is the one who performs devotional service towards.
लेकिन कृष्ण ने फिर भी
So,
कहा
although we don't, you
यदि
all
कोई
don't do
मुझको
anything, but
मुझसे
even
द्वेष
Krishna says
करे
that even if someone
तो उतना
envies me,
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है,
it's not that much
लेकिन मेरे
problematic.
प्रिय भक्तों से यदि
But
कोई
if
द्वेष
someone
करता
becomes envious towards my
तो
devotee,
बहुत बड़ी गड़बड़ हो जाएगी। अगले
then
श्लोक में
there
कृष्ण
will be a
कहते
great
हैं ये मे
problem.
पीड़ितो भक्त
He adds in his
विरहं
next verse,
शतशः शुभे। यदि कृष्ण कहते हैं तो
Krishna says,
दूसरी लाइन को पहले समझिएगा।
let's first understand the second line. Dveshayo me nasti tatulyo
प्रकृतो
yanme
जनः।
vriprakrito
कृष्ण
janaha.
कहते हैं कि यदि कोई
Krishna
मुझे
says,
100%
if someone
दुख दे, कृष्ण को
gives
डायरेक्ट
me distress 100
यदि कोई मेरा
times
100% विरोध करे,
or is
यदि
in
कोई मुझसे
total
100%
opposition
द्वेष करे,
towards me
तो
or
मैं
is
नहीं
envious
मानूंगा
of
कि ये
me
कोई पूरा
totally,
मुझसे द्वेष रख रहा है।
I will just consider it to
कोई
be
कृष्ण से
1%, although
100%
even if it's
दुश्मनी रखे तो
100%.
कृष्ण 99 माइनस कर देते हैं, वो 1% ही उसको सीरियसली लेते हैं। कृष्ण इस श्लोक में कहते हैं शतशः,
So he
यदि कोई
says in this
100%
verse
मुझसे द्वेष करता है
that if someone
तो मैं
envies
99
me
माइनस कर देता हूँ,
for
मैं सिर्फ उसे
100%, I
सीरियसली
deduct 99
लेता
and
हूँ।
just keep 1% of that.
लेकिन यदि कोई
But
मेरे भक्त से 1%
if
द्वेष करे
someone is
तो मैं
envious
उसे
to my devotee
100%
only,
समझता हूँ
even for
और
1%,
मैं
I will
99 ऐड
consider
कर
it
देता
to
हूँ।
be 100%.
इसका अर्थ ये हुआ
So
कि
this
100 का
implies
अपराध करना एक बार चल जाएगा,
that
लेकिन
by
कृष्ण कहते
offending the
हैं
Lord
मैं
will
भक्तों
still
से
work,
जो
but
प्रेम करता हूँ,
offending a devotee of the
उनके
Lord
प्रति
will
अपराध,
not
निंदा,
sustain us.
ये मैं सहन नहीं कर सकता।
Krishna never tolerates that.
सो कृष्ण इस
So
प्रकार से बहुत सुंदर उपदेश
Krishna,
दिए
in this
और
manner,
कहे कि आपको पुरुषोत्तम
gave a
मास में
great
शुभ
counsel and
कामना।
said that
कुछ ही दिन के बाद
all the
आना
best
है,
wishes for
तो
this
आप सब
Purushottam month.
पुरुषोत्तम मास
It's
का पालन
upcoming
कीजिए
month and you all should
और
follow
इस
it.
आपत्ति से,
And
इस
very
प्रॉब्लम
soon
से आप मुक्त हो जाएंगे।
you will be relieved of all this
ऐसा
distress
कर
and
कृष्ण
trouble.
ने
And
कहा
by
अब मुझे
saying
जाना
so,
पड़ेगा,
Krishna said that now I
क्योंकि
need
वहां
to
पर
leave
बलराम, आहु,
because there
वसुदेव, सांब,
Balram
गद,
ji,
उद्धव,
Vasudev ji,
देवकी,
Uddhav, Gad,
प्रद्युम्न,
Devaki,
सारन,
Pradyumna,
ये सब
Saran,
मेरी राह देख रहे
etc.
हैं,
all are waiting for
क्योंकि
me
आप लोग वन में आए तो मैं किसी को
because you
पूछे
came
बिना
to
ही
exile.
निकल गया,
I didn't even inform
लेकिन
them
अब
and I
जब
left
आपको
to meet
उपदेश
you.
देकर, आपको
But now
समझाने
that I have
देकर
given you the
मुझे जल्द
counsel,
से जल्द द्वारिका वापस लौटना होगा,
so I need
क्योंकि
to
सब मेरी
return
राह
back to
देख रहे हैं।
Dwarika
ऐसा कह के
as all
इस
are
तरह से
waiting.
कृष्ण ने
So,
पांडवों से
saying thus,
युधिष्ठिर महाराज से आज्ञा मांगी
Pand-
और
Krishna
कृष्ण ने जब
asked
वापस
for
लौटने की बात कही
permission to leave by
तो
Yudhishthira
पांडव
Maharaj.
धरती पर
So
गिर
when
पड़े,
he said that
कृष्ण को प्रणाम
he
करने
wants
लगे,
to leave, then all these
गदगद भाव
Pandavas
से आंखों से
started
अश्रु की धारा
frantically
बहती हुई
crying.
वहां
Their
से
eyes
बहकर
were
कहते
filled
हैं
with tears.
कि कृष्ण आप चले जाओगे। बहुत
They
सुंदर
said
भाव
that,
है,
oh
इस
Krishna, you're
भाव
going to
को
leave. This is
नोट
a
करने
beautiful
वाला
verse. This verse is
सर्वगम
worth noting.
विष्णु भक्ता नाम, हम लोग विष्णु के भक्त है, कृष्ण के भक्त है,
We all are devotees of Lord
और
Hari,
विष्णु भक्ता
Krishna.
नाम जीवनम, ये विष्णु भक्तों के जीवन कौन है, हरि
And who
एव,
is the life of
भक्तों
these
के जीवन
devotees
में
of Lord
मात्र
Hari,
हरि है, कृष्ण है,
and
राम
that
है,
is
विष्णु है।
Krishna, Ram, or Hari.
सो विष्णु भक्ता नाम जीवनम हरिर एव ही।
So, for a
और
devotee of Lord Vishnu, their life and soul is Lord Hari, and no one else.
विष्णु भक्तों के लिए
Nataret means no,
जीवन
none other
स्वरूप
than
कोई
that.
नहीं है।
So, for them, their life and
सो
soul
कृष्ण
is
आप
Lord Hari. So,
हम
oh
आपको
Krishna,
ना भी नहीं कह सकते हैं और
we
हमारे साथ
cannot
रहो ये
tell
भी नहीं
you
कह सकते
no,
हैं
but we
कि
cannot
आप तो
force you
हमारे
to
साथ
stay with
रहो
us as
ऐसा
well.
कहेंगे
Because if we tell you to
तो
do
हम लोग
so,
आपको कहाँ
then
भटकाएंगे।
where will you roam with
भटकाने
us
का
in
मन
this
नहीं कर
exile?
रहा है,
And we don't
लेकिन
feel
आपसे
like
कहना
sending
है
you back.
आपकी जो इच्छा
But
है आप
you
करो।
are independent master, so whatever you desire.
पुनर्दर्शन अल्पेन काले नास्तु
But
गदाग्रज। हे
punardarshanam
कृष्ण
kalpena.
बहुत जल्द आप हमको दर्शन दीजिएगा।
Please
अभी
give us
तुरंत
audience very
देरी मत
soon,
कीजिएगा। तो
and
जल्द से जल्द
please don't
आपका
waste
मिलन
any
हो,
time.
हम ऐसी
And we
आपके चरणों में
hope
कामना करते
and
हैं।
request that we should
सो
have your
कथा
audience
कर
very soon. Again,
कृष्ण को
by
विदा
saying
किए,
this,
कृष्ण चले
Krishna
गए
left,
और पांचों पांडव
and
द्रौपदी बैठे हैं।
all the five Pandavas and
और अब
Draupadi are
कृष्ण के
sitting.
चले जाने के बाद
And
ये
when
पांडव
Lord Shri
आपस
Krishna
में
left,
चर्चा करने लगे।
so they all are discussing amongst themselves.
युधिष्ठिर महाराज कहते हैं
Yudhishthir Maharaj
कि ये
says
भगवान श्री कृष्ण के वचन
that
बहुत
these
ध्यान
words
से
of
सुनो।
Lord Shri Krishna, have you heard them
कृष्ण ने इस
carefully?
पुरुषोत्तम मास की कितनी सुंदर महिमा बताई।
How much glories he
अहो
has sung
मासस्य
about
महात्म्यम
Purushottam.
यदुक्तम शार्ग धन्वना। हे मेरे भाइयों, हे पांडवों,
Oh, my dear
ये
brothers,
कितना अद्भुत मास
oh
है।
Pandavas, this is such a great
स्वयं हि
month.
लभ्येत न अभ्यर्च पुरुषोत्तम। युधिष्ठिर महाराज ने कह दिया
And
कि
Yudhishthir Maharaj
पुरुषोत्तम
said,
मास का पालन किए बिना
by
आदमी
not following
कैसे सुख को
this
प्राप्त
Purushottam
कर
month,
सकता है।
no one can
कथम कथम सुख ही
have
लभ्येत,
any happiness in their life. They
कैसे
cannot
सुख प्राप्त कर सकते
enjoy
हैं
any happiness in their
पुरुषोत्तम
lives.
मास व्रत का पालन किए बिना। इससे आप ये तो समझ ही गए होंगे
So by
युधिष्ठिर
this
कहते
you
हैं
can understand that
कि
Yudhishthir
भगवान को
Maharaj says
छोड़कर
that
मनुष्यों
leaving the
में
Lord
सबसे उत्तम कौन।
in humans, who is
भगवान
the
तो उत्तम
best?
है, लेकिन हम
Lord
पूछते हैं
is the
भगवान को
great,
छोड़कर
but in
सबसे
humans,
उत्तम कौन।
except the Lord, who is the
युधिष्ठिर
best?
महाराज कहते हैं
And
कि
Yudhishthir
वेद
Maharaj
नियम
adds,
में ये अनेकों प्रकार के नियमों के साथ
so there
हरि
are so
पूजा
many
विधान
rules and
करके
regulations to follow
हरि
to
की भगवान कृष्ण की कोई पूजा करता है
practice devotional
तो
service. And
साधन
if
को भी
someone does
साधन
that
माने हरि नाम संकीर्तन महामंत्र का
and he
जाप
uses all the limbs
वो
of
करता
devotional
है
service, like
पुरुषोत्तम
chanting of
मास
the
में।
holy names, listening, etc.,
पुरुषोत्तम मास में
and in this
बहुत साधन
Purushottam month,
करता है, विधि निषेध का पालन
who
करता है और वही
follows the rules and
परमात्मा में रमता
regulations
है,
and
वही पुरुष मनुष्यों में उत्तम है।
performs devotional service, different limbs of
सो
devotional
वही
service,
मनुष्य धन्य
that
है,
person
उत्तम
is
है,
the greatest in
जो
all human
इस
beings.
प्रकार से पालन करता
So,
है।
in this manner, he glorifies this
पुरुषोत्तम मास
Purushottam
आया
month.
और पांडवों ने पुरुषोत्तम व्रत का
So,
पालन
Purushottam
किया।
month came and they started
जब
following
13
this
वर्ष का
month, observing
वनवास
this.
था उसमें
When they were
चार बार
in exile for
पुरुषोत्तम मास आया
13 years, there were 4 times
और चार बार
arrival of
पुरुषोत्तम
Purushottam,
व्रत का
and they
पालन
did it
किया।
4 times.
और यहाँ पर वेदव्यास जी लिखते हैं,
And here Vedvyas ji
सुत जी
writes,
कहते हैं
and
कि
Sud
इस
Goswami
पुरुषोत्तम व्रत का
recites
पालन करने से
that by
इस श्लोक
following
में
this Purushottam, in the second line you can see Tadante.
अंत में राज्यम अतुल्यम, पांडवों का खोया हुआ हस्तिनापुर राज्य
So the
आप कृष्ण प्रसादतः,
Pandavas got
कृष्ण की
the
कृपा
kingdom
से
that they have lost.
पांडवों को
They
प्राप्त
have
हो
lost
गया।
by the mercy of Lord Shri Krishna.
तो ये है जबरदस्त
Krishna
पुरुषोत्तम
Prasadat
मास की
means
महिमा
mercy of the Lord.
कि जिन पांडवों के जीवन में दुख कष्ट सब कुछ आए,
All
पुरुषोत्तम
the
व्रत
Pandavas
का
who were
पालन
facing so
करने से
much distress,
उनको
turbulence in their life,
हस्तिनापुर का
by
राज्य
just following
प्राप्त
this
हो गया
Purushottam
श्री
month,
कृष्ण की
they
कृपा
got their kingdom
से।
back
जय
by
जय
the mercy of the Lord. And then
इति श्री पद्म पुराणे पुरुषोत्तम महात्म्ये भाषा टीकायाम पुरुषोत्तम महिम प्रशंससो नाम सप्तमो अध्याय समाप्तः। तो आज पुरुषोत्तम मास का
so
7वां दिन
today is the 7th day of Purushottam month,
7वें अध्याय की कथा
and the 7th chapter of Padma Puran has been concluded.
श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की आप योग देखिए आगे
Just imagine the coincidence. There will be so many kathas, but the katha organized by Garg family today is the 7th day, or the last concluding day of this katha, and this katha will be concluded this day. And
भगवान
today,
श्री कृष्ण
Lord
पुरुषोत्तम
Shri
महात्म्य के
Krishna
बाद द्वारिका वापस लौटे
has
और आज
left
के दिन गर्ग
for
जी
Dwarika,
भी कृष्ण
and
का नामकरण करके वापस
Krishna
लौटेंगे मतलब
will name Lord
संजोग
Krishna and leave. So these are all the
भगवान श्री
coincidences.
कृष्ण के
So
नामकरण की लीला को हम सुने
we will listen to the pastimes of renaming or the naming ceremony of the Lord. But before that, as it's glorious to sing the Ashtakam in this Purushottam month, so today we are going to recite Chorag Ashtakam and proceed further.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम न चोर जय जय माखन चोर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की उपस्थित
Hare Krishna.
भगवत कथा अनुरागी
I welcome all the loving devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam,
भक्त वृंद
all the devotees attendees.
इस सभा को
I
परम सुशोभित करने वाले
also welcome with warm
भागवत कथा
gratitude,
रसिक
a warm welcome and gratitude to
वरिष्ठ
the
भक्तगण
senior devotees.
दूर दूर से
I also
गोविंद टीवी
welcome you all
यूट्यूब आदि
through the medium of Govind TV, Facebook, YouTube,
इस कथा
etc.
का श्रवण करने
It
वाले
is all the listeners,
गण
all the listeners, attendees, devotees, and
अपने पवित्र भाव से
with their pious,
एकमात्र भगवत
mellowful
प्रेम
heart,
प्राप्त करने की इच्छा
with just a
हेतु
goal to attain the love of the Supreme
सर्वजन
Personality of
हितार्थ
Godhead
सर्वजन
for the
हिताय
benefit for all the
ये सुंदर
people,
भागवत कथा का
the
आयोजन करने
organizers
वाले
of this beautiful
श्री
Bhagavatam
साधुराम
Katha,
गर्ग जी का यह
Sri
समग्र
Sadhuram
परिवार
Gargji's whole family.
कथा के प्रारंभ में
In the beginning
महर्षि
of the Katha,
रतिराम जी गर्ग का हम
the,
स्मरण करें
we will remember Ratiramji Garg
पद्मावती माता को
and
प्रणाम करें
Padmavati Mataji and seek their
चारों भाई
blessings
सतीश जी
for
सुनीता माता
brothers
करण जी लवली माता अनिल जी अंशु माता अशोक जी निधि माता और 24
and
हंसते रहने वाली ये तीनों बहनें
all the
प्रेमलता
three
जी सरोज जी कमला
sisters
जी
who always keep on smiling,
और साथ ही साथ इनके पतियों
and
का भी स्मरण करें
we should remember their husbands as
सुनील
well,
जी अनूप जी और इस परिवार के समस्त बाल
and
गोपाल
all the
रोबिन
kids in the
नैन्सी
family,
अनाद्य
Robin, Nancy,
आशीष
Anadya, Ashish,
श्वेता
Shweta,
अर्णव अनिका
Arnav, Anika,
नवदीप मेनू
Love,
कितने गिनाए नेहा नितिन
Neha,
प्रियंका
Nitin,
अंकित
Priyanka, Ankit,
अग्निशा अभिषेक अर्जुन
Agnisha, Abhishek, Arjun,
ऋषभ राहुल
Rishabh, Rahul,
और कुछ दिनों के बाद और एक मेंबर ऐड होने वाला है
and they're going to add a new family member
सो
in their
आप
family.
सभी भक्तों का
So I
श्रीमद्
welcome
भागवत
you
कथा
all
के सप्तम दिवस
on
में
the 7th day of
फिर एक
this
बार
Katha.
हार्दिक स्वागत
Welcome back, and
आप सबके चरणों
please
में
accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
राधे श्याम
Radhe Shyam. So today is
सभी भक्तों ने
the white day, or everybody is wearing white. So
हमको तो सफेद डालना है, तो सफेद है इसमें.
so this also has some white in it.
So विद्या की देवी माँ सरस्वती.
So the goddess of knowledge, Mother Saraswati, wears white sari. You might have all seen when we all used to go to the school.
सनातन धर्म का जहाँ कल्चर होता है,
Wherever there is our
हमारी
Sanatan Dharma for.
स्कूल में प्रवेश करते ही
So when we used to go to the school, at the doors, we used to have Saraswati Mother on the doors. And we always used to see that she used to wear white hue sari. Why? Because this knowledge, or the transcendental knowledge, is considered to be in the mode of goodness. So this transcendental knowledge is in mode of goodness, and to attain that science or education, we also have to go to this mode of goodness. A person in mode of passion or ignorance cannot acquire this transcendental knowledge. Therefore, the goddess of knowledge, Saraswati, wears white. And in our national flag, it has white color in between, which signifies peace. And according to Bhagavad Gita, it signifies or denotes the mode of goodness, and in which we can acquire knowledge. And on the basis of that transcendental knowledge, we can live a healthy, beautiful life. Lord Krishna, the Yogeshwar, recites in Bhagavad Gita,
सत्व संजायते ज्ञानम. जहां सत्व गुण है,
wherever there is the mode of goodness, there is knowledge. And in other words, the knowledge can only be there where there is mode of goodness. Wherever there is mode of passion, there will be greed. And with mode of ignorance, you have laziness, cruelty, anger. All these are generated by the mode of ignorance or tamogun. So white is the symbol of peace and mode of goodness. So by wearing white, we get peaceful. Our mind attains peace. So by wearing these bright white clothes, I welcome you all. Sri Garg Acharya has reached Braj, and Nand Baba is beautifully welcoming him, and Yashoda Maiya, Rohini Devi have taken both the kids along with Gargacharya in the cow shed, and our Lord is named in a very secretive manner. It's concealed from the world. It is happening in the cow shed. Even in Kali Yuga also, we have to follow this process. If you want to attain something pure, so they all reached the cow shed, and we have heard so far that Balramji has been named, and he was given 4 names: Rohineya, Ram, Bal, and Sankarshanam. So if we understand the essence of the name, when we keep the name of our kids, it's not like that. The name of the Lord, as the Lord is potent, as the body name, form,
अलौकिक है, साधारण नहीं है।
opulence, all are
कृष्ण का
transcendental. They are not ordinary.
हमारा शरीर
Our
पंचमहाभूत
body
से बना है,
is
क्या
made
कृष्ण
by the
पंचमहाभूत के हैं?
five
हमारे शरीर में रोग
things.
होता है, क्या कृष्ण को कभी रोग होता है?
So we get disease, but will Krishna ever get
हमारे
diseased?
शरीर को यदि स्नान न कराओ तो
If we
बदबू
don't bathe,
होती है, क्या
then
कृष्ण में
it
ऐसा है?
sweats and smells.
कृष्ण का शरीर हमारी तरह प्राकृत नहीं है,
But the
अलौकिक है।
Lord's body is not
तो जैसे कृष्ण का शरीर
material, it's
अलौकिक
transcendental.
है,
As his
उनका रूप अलौकिक है,
body is
उनकी
spiritual,
लीला
transcendental,
अलौकिक है,
his pastimes,
वैसे
his
ही
forms
कृष्ण
are,
का नाम भी
and names
हमारी तरह
are
साधारण नहीं है,
transcendental.
दिव्य है,
So his names are
अलौकिक है।
also not ordinary like us, they are transcendental.
हम लोगों के नाम जो है ना,
Our
हमारे
names,
नाम में और भगवान
and
के नाम
in
में
our
बहुत
names,
अंतर है।
there is a hell
हम
lot of
लोगों
difference
के
between
नाम
these two. Our
व्यावहारिक है,
names are
व्यावहारिक,
Vyavaharik
व्यवहार
or
करने के
a,
लिए, अपना काम बनाने के लिए, जीवन चलाने के लिए हम लोगों के नाम रखे जाते हैं। लेकिन भगवान के नाम व्यवहारिक नहीं है, भगवान के नाम स्वरूपगत है। भगवान का नाम स्वरूपगत है, टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट है।
so it's a technical subject,
सार यही है, सरल, जैसे
and the
भगवान है
conclusion is
वैसे
that
ही भगवान का
as
नाम
is the
है।
Lord, similarly is his
जैसे
name.
भगवान अनादि काल से हैं,
As the
अनंत
Lord
काल तक
is
रहेंगे,
there eternally
वैसे ही
and he will
भगवान का
remain
नाम
eternal,
भी अनादि
similarly his name
अनंत
is
है।
eternal.
जैसे भगवान अनादि है, लेकिन
As
फिर भी कभी
the
कभी
Lord
इस धरती
is
पर प्रकट होते हैं।
eternal, similarly,
त्रेता में राम बनकर,
but yet he
द्वापर युग
appears
में
on this
कृष्ण,
earth
कलयुग में
in
चैतन्य महाप्रभु,
Treta
कलयुग
as
में
Krishna,
भगवान
in Kali
कृष्ण
Yuga as
वैसे ही
Chaitanya,
है,
and
वो
Dwapar as
अनादि है।
Krishna.
लेकिन अनादि भगवान समय समय पर प्रकट होते हैं, वैसे
But
ही
he
भगवान का
appears
नाम भी अनादि है,
from time to time.
समय समय
Similarly, his
पर वो क्या है,
name
प्रकट
is
होता है।
also eternal and it appears,
तब प्रकट करने का सौभाग्य भगवान
and
के शुद्ध भक्त को मिलता है।
this opportunity is
जैसे
given
भगवान अनादि है, लेकिन
by the
त्रेता में
devotee of the
भरत
Lord,
और कौशल्या के माध्यम से प्रकट हुए।
as he
जैसे
appeared
भगवान
through the
अनादि है,
medium of
लेकिन द्वापर में दशरथ
Kaushalya and
और
Dashrathji
यशोदा के माध्यम से प्रकट हुए,
in
वैसे
the
ही
Treta Yuga.
भगवान
Similarly,
का
in
नाम
Dwapar Yuga, he
अनादि
appeared
है,
through the medium
वो
of
पहले से ही है।
Devaki,
समय समय
Vasudev,
पर
Nand, and
ब्रह्मा और
Yashoda,
वशिष्ठ
Maya.
जी के
So,
मुख से
although
प्रकट
he
हुआ,
is
लेकिन
eternal, his name
द्वापर
is
में
eternal. So, in
देवाचार्य के मुख से
Treta
प्रकट हुआ।
Yuga, it appeared from the
तो
mouth
यह
of
सौभाग्य
Vashishta Muni, and
श्री
in
गर्ग जी
Dwapar
को मिला,
Yuga by Garg
परम
Muni.
सुखदेव
So, he
गोस्वामी
got this great opportunity,
देवाचार्य
and
के सौभाग्य की सराहना
Shukdev Goswami praises
क्या
the fortune
परिश्रम
of
होगी,
Garg Muni,
क्या
that
भक्ति
how much
होगी,
austerity and
जिस
devotional
राजा
service
ने
he had
आज
might have performed,
प्रभु के
that
नाम को
today
प्रकट करने का
he had
सौभाग्य।
got this great opportunity to
इस
manifest
प्रकार गत
or
सत्र
to
में बड़े भाई का नाम
name the
लिया
Lord.
गया,
So far, the
अब
Lord's elder brother has been named, and so
उस
now
बड़े को लेकर
Nand Baba
छोटे
takes
लड़के को
Balramji from
देवाचार्य के गोद
Garg
में
Muni
रखते हैं।
and puts Krishna or the
जब
small younger one on the lap of
देवाचार्य के
Garg
गोद
Muni.
में रखा गया
And when he
तो
is
मन
put
भर
on the lap
देवाचार्य
of
नाचने
Garg Muni,
लगे,
inwardly he is
गर्गाचार्य का
dancing
मन नृत्य करने लगा,
and he is
अपने
overwhelmed
आप
with
को
joy.
सराहने लगे, गौरव बुद्धि
He,
होने लगी।
he thought
शेष दिनेश
that
गणेश महेश सुर सेहु जाहि
I've got such a
निरंजन
great
ध्यावे,
opportunity.
नारद से शुक व्यास रहे, पछिहारी पुनि तव पार न पावे। अनंत शेष अनंत काल से लगे हुए हैं, नारद वीणा बजा
So,
बजा कर हाथ घिस गया।
so Anant Shesh and Narad Muni have been
महेश
serving
गणेश दिनेश ये सब
Mahesh,
लोग
Ganesh. Everybody
मुक्ति
is
प्राप्त करने के लिए
performing
ध्यान करते हैं,
great devotional service, meditate on the
लेकिन
Lord's
ध्यान
name
में भी बड़ी मुश्किल से
to
आते हैं। जाने
attain the Lord,
अनादि
but yet
अखंड
they
अभेद,
are not
जो
able to
अनादि हैं,
attain
जो
the Lord.
अखंड हैं, जो
So,
अभेद
the
हैं,
Lord who is constant, eternal,
ऐसे परम दुर्लभ
such Lord,
भगवान श्री कृष्ण आज
Shri Krishna,
आचार्य सोच रहे हैं कि मेरे नाम
Krishna
को
is
प्रकट
thinking,
रहे
is
हैं।
playing on my lap. So he is feeling very, very honored by his great fortune. So he had so much respect in his mind. He had this wisdom and he was a great scholar and astrologer, and he came for this task and he's going to do that. So he announces these verses are worth understanding and remembering.
त्रयो यस्य गृह्णतो अनुयुगं तनुः शुक्लो रक्त तथा पीत इदानीं कृष्णतां गतः। हे नंद बाबा,
Oh, Nandu Baba, your younger son, he takes birth in every yoga. Grinato Anuyugam, so he comes in every yuga. And in every yuga, the hue of his body changes. So he accepted the color, that is the hue of the body. Your son, this was Dwapar Yuga, and previously was Satyug, Treta. So prior to this, in these three yugas, your son comes in every yuga, and he has a different hue or color every time. In Satyuga, you can see in the second line, Shukla. In Satyuga, he comes as fair-skinned. So he's not telling this openly. So inwardly, he's saying, but outwardly, I'm revealing this secret. That sometimes he come in white, sometimes red, and sometimes yellow, and now this time he is dusky skinned. So in Satyuga he is fair, and the incarnation is Hansa or the swan. He came as a swan in the Satyuga. And in Treta, Rakta means red or blood red. Rakt means blood. So he comes in red color. So in Satyuga as a swan, and in Treta as the fire sacrificer Homa, and Kali Yuga he comes as in yellow hue. So in Kali Yuga, which of incarnation is yellow? So one is Buddha, and in future there is Kalki. Kalki is also fair skin. Buddha is also fair skin. Then who is this yellow hued or skin? That is none other than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes people say Bhagavatam doesn't mention Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but here you can see Pit means yellow. In Kali Yuga, he comes as yellow. Forget about Kali Yuga. There are so many forms or incarnations of the Lord. Only yellows hued is only one, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, in every yuga, there is a yuga avatar. So, but Idanim, but today or now that your son is here as dusky skinned, therefore I name him, because he is dusky skinned, I will name him Krishna.
इदानीम कृष्णताम गतः। अब मैं आपके बालक का नाम कृष्ण
So
रख
now I name your child as
तो ये
Krishna.
कृष्ण नाम तो था ही,
No,
लेकिन
this
गर्गाचार्य
name
ने
was
उस
there,
नाम को प्रकट
but
किया.
Gargacharya manifested
अब
this
कृष्ण
name
के तीन अर्थ होते हैं.
or revealed this name. So
पहला
Krishna
अर्थ
has
जो
three meanings.
गर्गाचार्य
First
ने कहा,
is that
कृष्ण
Gargacharya
माने
has said
श्याम वर्ण.
the
श्याम
dark
वर्ण
skin
को
or
कृष्ण
dusky skin.
वर्ण कहते हैं.
So it is referred to as Krishna.
भगवान श्री कृष्ण श्याम वर्ण के हैं, इसलिए उनको कृष्ण कहते हैं.
Therefore, he is addressed as Krishna.
कृष्ण का दूसरा अर्थ है all
And second meaning is all attractive,
कृष्ण माने आकर्षक.
the one who attracts.
क्योंकि कृष्ण
Krishan means to
सबको
attract.
अपनी ओर आकर्षित कर लेते
So
हैं
he attracts everyone
अपने
towards
रूप से,
him
अपनी लीला से,
by
अपनी गुणों से.
his pastimes,
इसलिए
form,
उनको
and
कृष्ण
names.
कहते हैं.
Therefore, he is addressed as
पहला अर्थ
Krishna.
कृष्ण माने श्याम,
So the first is the
कृष्ण
dusky
माने
skinned
अट्रैक्टिव.
and all
और
attractive.
उपनिषद में कृष्ण का
And
और
in
एक अर्थ
Upanishad,
कहा गया,
there is another meaning of Krishna.
इसमें दो शब्द है, कृषि और
Krishna
अण.
has two words, that is
कृषि
Krishi and
भूवाचक,
Ana.
कृषि माने उत्पन्न होना,
So Krishi means to
और अण है
originate,
निवृत्तिवाचक, और अण माने
and
आनंद,
Ana is to
जिससे रात दिन
bliss.
24 घंटा
So
आनंद ही आनंद उत्पन्न
who
होता रहे,
always
उसे कृष्ण
generates
कहते हैं.
bliss, that is Krishna.
सो बाबा आपका ये बालक बालक नहीं,
So
ये
your
साक्षात
child is
आनंद
not
का
any
स्वरूप
ordinary
है,
child. He
उनके
is
घर पर
the
आनंद का
bliss
जन्म हुआ है.
personified.
इसलिए इसका
Nand
नाम
Baba had
मैं
begotten
कृष्ण रख रहा हूँ.
bliss
सो नंद
personified.
गर्गाचार्य ने इस छोटे
Therefore,
बच्चे का
he
प्रथम
is
नाम
named
क्या रखा?
Krishna. So the first
भगवान श्री
name he
कृष्ण
gave
का
is
कृष्ण.
Krishna.
तो नंद बाबा ने कहा होगा और एक नाम दे
So
दीजिए.
Nand
बलराम
Baba
ने तो
said that
चार दिया, इसको तो एक ही दीजिए,
Balram
एक
has
दीजिए. बोले
been
ठीक है,
given 4 names, so at
दूसरा
least
नाम
give
दे
him
दो.
also a few names. So he gives
गर्गाचार्य
another
नाम
name.
तो दे रहे हैं, उसके साथ साथ कुछ सीक्रेट भी बताया है.
He is not only giving the name, but also he's revealing some secrets.
वसुदेवस्य क्वचित जात त्व आत्मज वासुदेव इति श्रीमान अभिज्ञा संप्रचक्षते. नंद बाबा,
Oh, Nand Baba,
प्राक माने पहले,
Prag means previously.
अयम ये आपका
I
छोटा
am
बेटा
your younger son.
वसुदेवस्य, वसुदेव के घर पर जन्म लिया था.
He has
ये
taken the birth
ओपन
in the
बता
home
दिया
of Vasudev ji.
नंद बाबा,
He's
जिस
openly
नाम से
revealing this
बिल्कुल
secret.
अपरिचित थे.
Nand Baba
उनको
was
तो
not
ये था
aware
कि
of
ये मेरा
this.
बेटा है,
Nand
लेकिन
always
जब रात
thought that
रात
he is my
वसुदेव
son,
जी छोड़कर गए
but
थे,
he was left by
तो
Vasudev ji
गर्गाचार्य इसकी
during the
खोज खोज के
midnight,
खोल रहे हैं
and Gargacharya
कि
is
प्राक
revealing this
अयम,
secret.
थोड़े समय पहले
So
ये आपका बेटा
sometime
वसुदेवस्य
your
क्वचित
son,
जात, वसुदेव के घर पर जन्म लिया
he
था.
was born
तब
in
आत्मजात
Vasudev
माने
ji's
बेटा.
home. Your son. Tvam Atmajat means your
अब
son.
इतना कहने के बाद भी
And by
नंद
just
बाबा
saying this, Nand Baba,
अपने बेटे की माया में इतना फंसे
he
हुए
is
हैं
so
कि
engrossed in
गर्गाचार्य
the
इतना ओपन
attachment
बता रहे
towards
हैं.
his beloved
नंद बाबा क्या
son
समझते हैं
that
जानते हैं?
Gargamuni is revealing
गर्गाचार्य ने
openly.
कहा
But
कि
what does Nand
नहीं,
Baba
इसने कभी
contemplates? I
वसुदेव
think
के घर पे
he
जन्म
thinks
लिया
that
था.
maybe
नंद बाबा ने सोचा कि पहले माने पहले जन्म में,
in previous birth he has
सबसे
taken a
पहले
birth
वाले जन्म में
in
इस
Vasudev
जन्म
ji's
में
home.
हुआ होगा वसुदेव का बेटा, इस जन्म में तो मेरा है.
But in this life he is
गर्गाचार्य
my
जी
son.
बिल्कुल ओपन बता रहे. वो थोड़ा सा मतलब આપણે શું કહીએ,
He
मतलब दोनों
is
ओर से बोल रहे हैं,
giving
समझ में
a
आ भी जाए
hint
और न भी आए.
so that
बोले
a
प्राक
person
अयम, पहले पहले
can
ये
understand and may
वसुदेव के
not
घर पे
even
जन्म लिया
understand
था.
that
तो
he
बोलना
was
चाहते हैं
born
थोड़े
in
दिन पहले,
Vasudev ji's home.
लेकिन नंद
So
बाबा
he wants
सोचते
to
हैं कि
say
ये जन्म
few
से
days
भी
back.
पहले पहले
But
जन्म में लिया होगा,
Vasudev
तो
Nand
इस
Baba
जन्म
thinks
में तो
that
मेरा
in
बेटा
his
है.
previous life,
तो क्योंकि आपका बेटा
and
वसुदेव के
because
घर पे जन्म लिया था,
he is
इसलिए
born
मैं
in
इसका
Vasudev,
दूसरा नाम रखता हूँ
that is why I
श्रीमान
address him
वासुदेव.
as
श्री वासुदेव
Shriman
भगवान
Vasudev.
की, श्री वासुदेव भगवान की. अब देखो इतना ओपन नाम रखा,
So
वसुदेव
openly
का
he
बेटा
is
इसलिए वासुदेव.
giving the name
लेकिन
Vasudev
नंद बाबा तो
as
अपने
he's the
माया में
son
फंसे
of
हुए हैं.
Vasudev.
ठीक है,
But Nand Baba is so engrossed in the love of his son. We call Krishna as Vasudev. But you can see in this verse, so Shriman is the honorary. So his actual name is Shriman Vasudev. And we have removed Shriman and we just call him Vasudev. And we have put the Shriman in front of our name. So the original Shriman, his name has been removed and we have taken that and put in front of our names. The first name is Shri Krishna and the second is Shriman Vasudev. And I'm giving you the proof of the same with the verse. So this signifies Gargacharya wants to reveal. Shri means the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Man means husband. He is the husband of the goddess of fortune. But what does Nanda Baba thinks? That he is a gentleman. That is why he is addressed as Shriman Vasudev. So Garg Rishi is trying to reveal everything. He's giving hints, but Nanda Baba is understanding what he wants to understand. So his second name is Shriman Vasudev. And how many names can I put? So for Balramji, I have given 4 names. But your younger one, no matter how many names you call, but in the next verse he adds, why? Your younger son, that is Krishna or Shriman Vasudev. So your Shriman Vasudev or Krishna, Bahuni Santi Namani, he has innumerous names.
कया गामे लखवी कंकोतरी रोज रोज ए हरि तारा 6000 नाम कया नामे लखवी कंकोतरी रोज रोज बदले मुकाम कया गामे लखवी कंकोतरी मथुरा नो मोहन द्वारिका नो राजा रणछोड़ कया गामे लखवी कंकोतरी हरि तारा 6000 नाम कया गामे लखवी कंकोतरी हे हरि बहुनी संति नामानी
Bahuni Santi Namani. This Shriman Vasudev. How beautiful it is, how beautiful it sounds. Shriman Vasudev. So Hari has 1,000 names. And your son has innumerous names. It's not the practical names like us. All the names of Krishna, the root is Rupani. So Krishna has innumerous names, but the basis or foundation of that is his form and his qualities and Karmani. that is his deeds or work.
तो गुण कर्म
So,
अनुरूपाणी कृष्ण
according
के
to his
गुणों के
name,
अनुसार,
form, and
कृष्ण की लीला के
qualities
अनुसार,
and work
कृष्ण
and
के रूप के
pastimes,
अनुसार कृष्ण के अनेकों नाम है।
he has innumerous
ये
names.
कृष्ण के केस में ही होता है।
And it happens only in case of Lord Shri Krishna.
नारद जी
It
एक
doesn't
बार
happen in
बड़ा
our case. So Naraji once
छोटे से
came
गांव
to
में
this
गए थे,
material earth and he went to a
वहां एक
small
गांव
village.
की गरीब महिला
So there was a
गोबर
poor
उठाकर कंडा
woman.
बीन रही थी।
She
नारद जी ने
was
कहा कि दीदी क्या
making
आप हैं?
the
बोले मैं लक्ष्मी बाई, मैं लक्ष्मी हूँ।
so she was making cow dung
अरे
cakes
फिर तो
and
लक्ष्मी
he
होकर
said
क्यों
that who
बात
is
कर
she?
रही है?
And he said that my name is Lakshmi. And he said
फिर
that you're
आगे
Lakshmi
क्षमा
and
की
you're
यात्रा जा रही थी। नारद जी ने कहा कौन मर गया? बोले
making
अमरनाथ
cow dung
मर
cakes.
गए।
So
उसका नाम था
further
अमरनाथ।
he's at the cremation ground. He saw
अमरनाथ
when
माने
person was being cremated. He said that
मर गया,
Amarnath is
लक्ष्मी
dead.
को कंडा
So
बीन
Amar
रही थी।
means a person who is immortal, but he's dead.
एक आदमी रो रहा था,
So one person was crying.
बहुत रो रहा था। नारद जी ने
He was
कहा कि
crying
आप देखो कौन
frantically,
आप बोल
vehemently.
रहे हो, आपका
And
नाम क्या है?
Narad Muni
बोले
said that,
मेरा नाम है
who are
धनसुख।
you? He says, my name is Dhansukh
धनसुख या मनसुख, सुखी
or
आदमी
Mansukh.
बेचारा रो रहा है।
So a person who should
हमारे
be
केस में
happy,
क्या
he's
है?
crying. So in our
हमारे
case,
नाम ऐसे गुण नहीं है।
our
इसीलिए कोई
names don't
कोई
have our
सुंदर नाम
qualities,
नहीं,
or
हमारे
according to our
गुण
quality, we
ऐसे
don't have our
गुण यदि
names.
रखने हो ना तो विचित्र विचित्र नाम हो जाएंगे।
If we
लेने
keep
को
our names
सुंदर
according to
नाम,
our qualities, then they
किसी
will
का
be
कामी, किसी का लोभी, किसी का
amazing.
क्रोधी। हमारे गुण तो यही है,
Someone will
और
have
हमारे और
lust,
कौन से गुण
greed.
है?
So what are the
तो
qualities beyond
हमारे
these
गुण
that
के
we have?
अनुसार नाम नहीं होते, हमारे व्यवहार के चलाने के
So our
अनुसार।
names
लेकिन
are not
कृष्ण के जो नाम
according
है,
to our
श्लोक में देखिए, बहुनी संति नामानि, कृष्ण के
qualities,
अनेकों
but
नाम है।
according
वो
to
नाम कृष्ण
the
के गुण के अनुसार, उनके रूप के
material
अनुसार,
world.
उनके
But
कर्मों के
Lord's name
अनुसार।
are according to his form, name,
गीताचार्य कहते हैं कि वो
qualities,
सारे
and
नाम
work and
तानि
pastimes.
अहम वेद, मैं जानता हूँ,
And
अन्यो
he
जना
says that
बाकी
I
कुछ
am
लोग
aware,
जनता इसे नहीं जानती है।
and the people are
सो
unaware of the same.
कृष्ण
So
के अनेकों नाम। यहाँ पर
Krishna
आचार्य
has
कहते हैं,
innumerous names.
गीता में एक गहरी बात
So
कह रहे हैं
here the learned
कि
scholars
कृष्ण
have
के नामकरण की ये लीला
written
है।
a very deep
और
philosophy. It says that
गर्गाचार्य स्पेशल नामकरण करने आए हैं।
this is
इसको
the
कहते हैं नामकरण
the
करना।
pastime of naming ceremony of the Lord, and he has been told to
गर्गाचार्य के
tell
द्वारा इस
the names
प्रकार
of the
से
Lord.
बोलना
Then to
कि कृष्ण के
Garg Muni
नाम
speaks like this, that
उनके रूप
his
के अनुसार
names
होते हैं,
are according
उनके
to
गुण के
his
अनुसार होते हैं। ये
form,
लीला
his
चल रही है।
qualities, and pastimes,
इसके कहने
etc.
के पीछे का
So,
तात्पर्य क्या है?
what is the
कारण क्या
reason
है?
behind saying
कि
so?
हम और आप
And
कलयुग
it
के जीव
implies
है,
that
और
we all
कलयुग का
belong
धर्म
to
है
this age
कृष्ण
of
के
Kali Yuga.
नाम का जाप करना।
And
तो जब भी
the
हम कृष्ण का
principle
नाम लेते
for
हैं
religiosity
तो नाम
in
लेते
Kali
हुए
Yuga is to
कृष्ण
chant the
के
holy names
रूप
of
का
the Lord.
स्मरण,
So,
कृष्ण के गुण
while
का
chanting the
स्मरण,
holy names, we
और
should
कृष्ण
try
की
to
लीला का
remember
स्मरण होना
his
चाहिए।
form, qualities, pastimes, etc. while
इसलिए
chanting the
नाम
holy
के
names.
साथ कृष्ण के रूप
Therefore,
गुण लीला
with
को
name,
जोड़ा गया है,
all these three
जोड़ा
are
गया है।
attached
नहीं तो यहाँ
or
पर
added.
नाम के साथ गुण कर्म
Otherwise,
अनुरूपाणी नहीं जुड़ा होता।
there was no need to do the
तो
same.
जब भी हम भगवान श्री कृष्ण का नाम
So,
लेते हैं
whenever
तो
we
पहले तो नाम लेते हुए नाम का
chant the holy
स्मरण
names of the
करना
Lord,
चाहिए,
then we should remember
और
his
नाम
name,
स्मरण के बाद कृष्ण
and
के गुणों का
along
स्मरण,
with that, his
कृष्ण की लीला
qualities,
का स्मरण,
then
कृष्ण
his
के रूप का स्मरण
pastimes and his form
करना चाहिए।
should be remembered.
इस प्रकार से यदि हम नाम
And
लें
if we
तो वो
chant in this
परिपूर्ण नाम
manner,
होता है।
then that name
नाम तो
is
आप कैसे भी लो।
complete.
अब
So,
अजामिल
no
ने अपने
matter
बेटे के नाम से नाम लिया ना,
how you
अजामिल
chant the
ने
holy names,
परशुराम को
Jamil
नारायण
chanted
के नाम से नाम
or
लिया।
took the name of his son,
तो अजामिल अपने बेटे के नाम से नाम लिया तो उसको उतना ही फल मिला ना,
but he got the
मरने से बच
benefit
गया। कौन सा बड़ा
and
काम
he
किया?
was saved from the death.
लेकिन हाँ, यदि
But
कोई कृष्ण की गुण रूप
if
लीला का स्मरण करके
someone
नाम लेता है
remembers
तो
the
कृष्ण प्रेम को
name,
प्राप्त
form,
करता
or
है।
pastimes of the Lord, then the Lord becomes extremely
कृष्ण
happy
का
and
नाम
satisfied
लेते हुए
immediately. So, when
नाम लेते
chanting the
हुए
holy names
जोर
of the
से
Lord,
नाम लेना है और
so
स्मरण
we have to chant
कृष्ण
the
के
holy
गुणों का,
names by our
कृष्ण
tongue,
के रूप का,
but we should
कृष्ण
remember
के
his
चरित्र
name,
की
form,
लीला का।
pastimes, and forms,
श्री
etc.
भगवान श्री कृष्ण
while chanting his holy
के नाम
names.
अनंत है। आगे
So
गर्गाचार्य
his
कहते हैं,
names are innumerous, and further Gargamuni adds,
येष वह श्रेय आसाध्य। भविष्य, कृष्ण का भविष्य देखते हुए कहते हैं,
so he
मेरे
says,
बाबा
speaking the
भविष्य
future
में
of
आपका, अब वो तो गोद में लेकर
Krishna,
कर रखा है,
and
वही
he
वही
has
जो है
still
ना,
kept Krishna on his
यही
lap,
है वे
and he says that
श्रेय
this
जो
uh,
आपका कल्याण करेगा।
will be
ये कृष्ण तुम सब
very
ब्रजवासियों
beneficial
का
for you.
कल्याण
He
करने
will
वाला होगा। ये कृष्ण
bring
किसका
or
कल्याण
work for
करेगा?
your welfare of you and
गोपों का
all
कल्याण
the
करेगा।
residents or denizens of Raja.
गोकुल नंदन, गोकुल में रहने वाले सबको आनंद
So
देगा।
he will give
और
bliss
ये भी
to all
सुनिए,
who reside in
इस
Gokul.
कृष्ण के ऊपर और आप सब ब्रजवासियों के जीवन में बहुत बहुत कष्ट आएंगे।
And there will be
आप
quite
सबके
hard
जीवन में
times,
बहुत दुख
turbulence in
आएंगे।
your lives. You will get so much
गर्गाचार्य
distress.
कृष्ण
So
के साथ
Gargacharya
उठने बैठने वालों के जीवन का भविष्य कह रहे हैं कि
is
आप
telling
लोगों
the
के जीवन
future
में
of
दुख
people
आएंगे। अब हम
who
लोगों के
are
जीवन में कष्ट
surrounded by
आए,
Lord Shri Krishna.
उसमें कौन
So
सा
if
बड़ा
we get
आश्चर्य
distress, then
है?
how should why we should
जब
be amazed at
ब्रजवासियों
all?
के जीवन में
When the
गर्गाचार्य
denizens of
भविष्यवाणी
Raja,
करते हैं
Gargacharya
कि
is
अनेन
predicting that
अनेकों दुर्ग,
Anin.
अनेकों विपत्ति
So
आएगी,
there will
आप लोग के
be
जीवन
too
में
many
विक्रम आएगी।
obstacles, distresses in your
लेकिन
life.
यदि कृष्ण को अपने
But
साथ रखोगे,
if you keep Krishna
अनेकों वर्ष
along with
कृष्ण के
you,
साथ रहोगे,
or if
तो
you
सर्व
reside with
दुर्गाणी
Krishna,
सभी
the
दुखों को आप
then
पार कर
Sarva
जाओगे।
Durgani, you will cross all these
सर्व
obstacles
दुर्गाणी
and
युम
distresses.
अंज, अंज माने आसानी से
Yum means
तिष्ठ तर जाओगे।
Anja means easily,
तो भक्तों
you will
दुख तो
get
आते
relief.
हैं, ये
So
दुनिया
no
बनी
matter
ही है
we are going to
एंजाइटी के
face
लिए।
distress because this
इस
world has
दुनिया
been
में हम लोग
created
आए ही
to
हैं दुखों
give
से झुलसने के लिए।
anxiety,
दुख तो
distress,
है,
and troubles. So
दुखों का प्रतीक
we will
हमारे
have
पास था, लेकिन
sadness and we cannot
यदि
balance
हम
or
कृष्ण
counter
के
them.
साथ रहेंगे,
But if we
कृष्ण
reside
के
with
नाम के
Krishna,
साथ रहेंगे,
if we take the
इस
shelter of
दुखों
his
को
names,
आसानी से पार कर
then
जाएंगे।
we can easily cross
बहुत सुंदर
this
कहते हैं अनेन,
ocean of
इस
misery.
कृष्ण कृष्ण नामकरण लीला चल रही है ना,
So
तो कृष्ण को
it's the
समझो,
naming
कृष्ण
ceremony
के
of the
नाम को
Lord.
समझो।
So we need to understand his
इस
name
कृष्ण के
and
नाम
his.
से सर्व दुर्गाणी यूयम आप लोग तरिष्यति अंजसा,
So
सरलता से
by
आसानी से तर
the
जाओगे।
mercy of his names, you can
और ये
easily cross
ब्रजवासियों के
this
जीवन में देखा
ocean
नहीं
of
क्या,
misery. And we
इतने
have seen
प्रकोप
in the
हुआ,
life of the
भगवान ने
residents
कैसे
of Raja,
बचाया, ब्रज में आग लग गई,
Indra
कृष्ण दावाग्नि को पी गए,
put the
ऐसे अनेकों
thunderstorm
अनेकों
and Krishna
विघ्न आए
saved them.
जो भगवान श्री कृष्ण
So
ने
there were so
हटाए।
many distresses and troubles in their lives, yet Krishna
इतना
protected
कहने
them
के
all.
बाद भी
And by
नंद
just
बाबा
saying
चिंतित
this,
थे।
Nand Baba became worried, and
गर्गाचार्य
then
कहते हैं
Garg Acharya
कि
reveals
ये आपका जो लड़का है,
that your son,
पूरा नैन व्रजपते, हे व्रजपते, हे नंद बाबा,
oh,
पूरा
the king
माने
of Raja,
पहले, ये आपका बालक
earlier your son,
साधो दस्यु पीड़िता,
Sadho
बड़े
Dasya
बड़े राजाओं
Pidita.
के द्वारा साधु संत पीड़ा दे रहे थे, साधु संतों को पीड़ा हो रही थी।
So the sages and saints were
और इतना ही नहीं, दुनिया में जब
getting punished
अराजकता
by
छा
the
गई,
kings, and there was
तो आपका बेटा प्रकट होकर
a
उन दुष्ट
dishevelment in the
राजाओं,
society.
साधु संतों को आनंद दिए।
The society was destroyed.
मानो ये पृथु
So
महाराज की बात
he
कर रहे
came
हैं, पृथु
and
परिवार
he
की बात कर रहे
established the
हैं,
principles of
जो भगवान
religiosity. So he is
साधुओं
talking
की रक्षा
about
करने के लिए आपका
Krishna's
बेटा प्रकट
incarnations as
हुआ।
Prithu Maharaj, that to establish the
और
principles
आज
of
भी आपका
religiosity he had worked so
आप
far
लोगों की रक्षा
and
करेगा।
hard. And
इसका
even
मतलब
today he will protect you,
इसका
that
प्रमाण
implies.
ये है
And the
कि
proof
आज भी
is
साधु लोग जीवित
that
है।
even today the sages and
साधु
saints are
जीवित है तो
alive.
उनकी रक्षा भगवान ने की है,
That means
नहीं
they
तो
are being
लोगों ने कब
protected
को
by the
उनको
Lord.
मार दिया होता।
Otherwise, they would have been killed
तो आपका बेटा
long back.
अनेकों
So your son
चिंताओं से, दुर्गों से आपको मुक्त कर देगा।
will
इतना
relieve you
कहने
of
के
all
बाद
the troubles
कि
and
इस प्रकार
distresses.
से आपका
Then
बेटा
Gargacharya says that
लोगों
in
के
this
दुख को
manner
हर लेगा, प्रॉब्लम
he
को
removes
चिंता
the
को हर लेगा।
obstacle and
कैसे?
distresses of others,
हरि उच्यते, आपके बेटे का तीसरा नाम हरि
and
है।
therefore his third name
दूसरे
is
राजा
Hari.
कृष्ण,
So
दूसरा
first is
भगवान
Krishna,
वासुदेव,
second is
तीसरा हरि।
Sriman Vasudev,
जय
and
हरि
third is Hari.
भगवान की। और अब हम लोगों के लिए बहुत सुंदर
So
बात
now
गर्गाचार्य ने
a
की।
beautiful thing Gargamuni
यह
speaks here.
एकस्मिन् महाभागा, यह, आप श्लोक समझिए, हिंदी जैसा ही है।
So this is
यह
very close
एकस्मिन्
to Hindi
महाभागा,
language.
एक
Please try
माने
to
भाग
understand.
माने भाग्य,
So
फॉर्चुनेट, और
Ma. So one is bhaga, that is fortunate, that is, and maha means very fortunate. So a person will be very fortunate who has loving love towards your son. He will be the greatest fortunate person of all who loves your son, Krishna. So the meter of how fortunate a person is cannot be measured by our wealth, opulence, but how much do we love the Lord? That is how we should measure the fortune of a person. So people will be very fortunate who have love towards the Lord, that is Krishna prema, and those who love Krishna in past, present, or future, then greatest enemies cannot harm them in any manner. For example, Vishnu Paksha Nivasura, as demigods are protected and always partial to the demigods, and demons cannot harm them. Similarly, nobody can harm the one who loves your son. So, Manav here is very important. That it implies that all the humans should love the Lord. So, it is being told to all the mankind. So, if it's a dog, it doesn't love the Lord, then it's okay. But if you are humans, then we should love Lord Shri Krishna. In other words, Krishna or Garga Muni is using hard or harsh words. He says that humans or mankind should love Lord Shri Krishna. Therefore, we all should love the Lord. And if we work or perform devotional service, then we will get problems because this world is filled with distress and problems. Whether you do anything or not, no matter how you do hard work or do good work, but you will face distress and troubles. But here it is said that if we constantly love the Lord, then we will cross this material existence of misery. And here he gives an example of a reference of Ambrish Maharaj. He says Ambrish Maharaj loved the Lord and always used to perform devotional service. Durvasa Muni took such a grave action against him, but still he couldn't harm Ambrish Maharaj in any manner. Tasmat, therefore, Gargacharya is trying to conclude his speech now, and he concludes by saying, your son in qualities is equivalent to Narayana. Therefore, O Nanda Maharaj, Tvam Atmaja, that is your son, Narayana Samogune, that is, he is equivalent in qualities with Narayan. So, what our qualities are in Lord Narayan, they all are present in Lord Krishna. When he spoke such, then Nand Baba thought that he is the Lord, that he is born. Then Gargarichi took a U-turn. Because if he thinks that he is the Lord, then they will not have the parental affection with him. So he said that he has qualities of Narayan, but you should try to protect him. You need to take care of him. So then his, so here in conclusion he says, Gopa Yasva Samahita, you should protect. And then Baba again got this parental affection towards the Lord. So whatever Gargacharya wanted to say, he revealed, but he kept safe the parental affection of Nand Baba. This is the quality of a great, wise, bona fide spiritual master who is aware of the scriptures And then
कि इति
the
आत्मानं समादिश्य
last verse by Shukdev Muni is
इस प्रकार भगवान
that
श्री
in this
कृष्ण का
manner,
नामकरण करके बलराम जी का नामकरण करके
by naming Krishna and Balram, Garg Muni
अपने घर पर
went to his hermitage
यहाँ
or
पर
home.
कोई दान दक्षिणा
So
कुछ
here
मांगने की
there is
बात
no mention of charity,
अन्न दान
donation,
खिलाने की बात कुछ नहीं
etc. There
गर्ग
is nothing.
गर्गाचार्य प्रसन्न होकर हंसते
He
खेलते
was satisfied,
अपने घर
and
पर वापस
with a
लौट गए
smiling face he
उनके
came
हृदय में
back.
यही आनंद था
He
कि मैंने
had
प्रभु
this
का नाम रखा
pleasure
अपने
that
नाम की
I
कीर्ति
got an
इसी
opportunity to
आनंद में
name the Lord.
गर्गाचार्य अपने घर पर पहुंचे
And in this blissful
भगवान
mood, he
बोले
went back
नंद
to his home.
प्रमुदितो मैंने
And
नंद बाबा
here,
मुदित
Nand
आनंद
Pramudato,
आनंद हो गए
he was
आत्मानम
overwhelmed with
पूर्णमिदमाशिषम
joy,
नंद बाबा की जो आशा थी हृदय
and
में
all
प्रसन्नता
his
थी कि
expectations in
बच्चों
his
का
heart
नामकरण हो
that
गर्गाचार्य ने
my
किया
sons should be
उनका
named,
नामकरण
and
करके
today they have been named,
हृदय की सारी
and
कामना को उनकी आशा को
fulfilled the
पूर्ण
desire
किया
of Nand Maharaj.
तो भक्तों यह प्रसंग
So
भगवान का
this pastime,
नामकरण
O devotees,
हमें
that
बहुत
is the
कुछ
naming ceremony of the
देता
Lord,
है कुल मिला के
teaches
हमारा
us
जीवन
that in essence,
भगवान
in
का
our
गुण
life,
गाने में भगवान का
we
नाम
should
गाने में बीतना चाहिए
use or
हमारे
utilize
सदगुरुदेव
our
जी ने
life
तो लिखा
to
है
chant the holy names and
तेरी
listen to his
बन
pastimes.
जाएगी गोविंद गुण गाय के कृष्ण गुण गाय के राम गुण गाय के तेरी बन जाएगी गोविंद गुण गाने से तेरी बन जाएगी गोविंद गुण गाने से ध्रुव जी की बन गई कहते हैं ध्रुव जी की बन गई प्रहलाद जी की बन गई भगवान का नाम लेने से किस किस की बनी भजन में लिखा
By
है
just chanting the holy names of the Lord, who all got benefited. So the names are of Dhruv Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj and Draupadi during her disrobing. And you will also get benefited by singing the glories of the Lord. Even Bali and Sugriv all got benefited if you just chant the holy names of Lord Shri Krishna. Nand, Baba, and Yashoda, Maiya, all the inhabitants of Praja, the cowherd girls and boys, got everything by Krishna stealing their butter. So, this is the list of Gajendra took the name of Hari, Jatayu took the name of Lord Hari, and they all got benefited. Even Kevat got benefited just by chanting the holy names of the Lord. You will also get benefited by just singing the holy names of the Lord. Even Uddhav and Bhishma got benefited, and they all got benefited by just listening to the transcendental knowledge. You will also get benefited. And you will also get benefited. So all these have sung the glories of the Lord, and they all get benefited. So in this manner, Gargacharya names the Lord and fulfilled the desire of the Lord, and he returned back to his home. So for 7 days, this Katha has been spoken, and during these 7 days, you all have listened to the glories of the Purushottam and the naming ceremony of the Lord. And as Garg Acharya has named Krishna and fulfilled the desire of Nand Baba, similarly, this Garg family has organized this beautiful Katha and fulfilled the desire of all the devotees. Therefore, we should thank them
कि आपके इस आयोजन से
that because
हम
of
सभी भक्तों
your
का मन
support, all
इस
our
कीर्तन
hearts
और उनकी
were
लीला में लगा।
focused in the pastimes of the Lord.
कथा के दौरान
So
यदि कोई
during
त्रुटि
the
रह गई हो,
Katha,
कमी रह
if
गई
there
हो,
were any
तो आप सभी क्षमा
shortcomings,
करेंगे
then please
और
forgive me for the
मैं
same.
वास्तव में इस कथाओं के माध्यम से
Through the medium of this Katha,
कतः ये प्रस्तुत करना नहीं चाहता
I don't want to
कि मेरे
present
अंदर कोई ज्ञान है,
that I
मैं कोई
have
बड़ा पंडित हूँ।
knowledge or wisdom.
ये मेरी
I
माता
am
जी बैठी है
I'm a
पीछे।
scholar. My mother is
मैं
sitting
कभी
there.
भी
You
30
can
नंबर
ask her.
लेकर आता था ना, तो भी मेरी माँ खुश होती थी कि
When I
चलो
used to
बेटा
get
पास
35
हो गया।
marks, she used to be happy
तो
that at
हमको ऐसा
least
ज्ञान
he
ही
has
नहीं
passed.
है, हम कोई
So
विद्वान
I'm
नहीं
not
है, पंडित
wise
नहीं है,
or a
लेकिन
scholar,
गुरुदेव को सुनते हैं,
but
भागवत पढ़ते
we
हैं
just listen to
और जितना
Gurudev
हमर
and read
याद
Bhagavatam,
हुआ
and whatever
उतना
I
बोल
can
देते हैं।
remember that
इसलिए
I
यदि
just
कोई
speak.
त्रुटि हो, कोई
So
कमी हो,
if there
तो
is
स्वीकार
any
कीजिए।
shortcoming,
आप सभी
please
भक्तों ने
forgive me.
बड़े
You
धैर्य
all
से
have been
7
listening
दिन तक
with
भगवत
so
गीता
much
का अध्ययन
patience
किया। आप सभी
for
भक्तों को
these last 7 days. I'm really grateful to
आप
all of
अपना
you.
कीमती समय निकालकर 2-2
You
3-3 घंटे तक
devote
अभ्यास
your
पर बैठे
precious time. You sit here for 2 to
मेरे
3
समक्ष
hours every day
कोई अन्य काम काज किए बिना इस
without
भगवत
doing any
कीर्तन को
other work
सुनना
and
बहुत
listen to
बहुत
the
बड़ा
pastimes of the Lord.
सौभाग्य है,
This is
बहुत
a
बड़ा
great
भाग्य है।
fortune.
सो आप सभी भक्तों को धन्यवाद।
So I'm really
मेरे
grateful to all
साधुराम
of you.
गर्ग के इस पूरे परिवार
The
को
family of
विशेष
Sadhuram Gargji, I'm really
रतिराम
grateful
जी
to
का
all of
स्मरण
you.
करें।
We remember their
सभी
ancestors,
जानते हैं
Ratiram ji.
उनका जीवन
What
ही
shall I
साधु चरित्र
tell?
था।
His life
और
was
मेरी
of a
कई
saint.
बार मुलाकात हुई इनके साथ।
I have met him quite a
इनके
few times,
मुख से वेद निकलते थे, शास्त्र की
and
भाषा
he
निकलती
used to speak
थी।
about
रतिराम
the
जी का
Vedas and the
धन्यवाद। हमारी
Vedic
पद्मावती
scriptures.
माता का आशीर्वाद
And
सदा
by the
बना रहे
mercy of
इस परिवार
Padmavati
के ऊपर।
Mata,
हम
you
सबके ऊपर।
always get blessed by them.
सतीश जी, पवन जी, अनिल जी, अशोक
Satish
जी
ji, Pavan ji, Anil ji,
सब
Ashok ji,
प्रगति करें।
you all
भगवान ने आपको
progress.
बहुत कुछ दिया है
The Lord has
और
given
भगवान
you
आपको देते रहे
so much, and
और
He
इसी प्रकार
constantly
से
gives you
सत्कर्म
more,
आप करते रहें।
and you
आपका
always
पूरा
get
परिवार
engaged in great
आनंद
piety,
भक्ति में सराबोर
and
रहे।
all your family
यही
always
कामना है
devotes
इस
in
मंच
devotional service. That
और
is
इस
my desire.
368वीं भागवत
And
कथा का
I just
आनंद
conclude this
लीजिए। आप फिर से
368
जय
Katha
जयकार के
from
साथ
Delhi with
हम
Jai
सभी कीर्तन
Jaykar.
करेंगे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद